I now give the floor to the representative of Algeria.
I thank you, Mr. President. I have the honor to deliver this statement on behalf of the A3+, namely Guyana, Mozambique, Sierra Leone, and my own country, Algeria. We thank Mrs. Najat Roshdi and Mr. Ramesh Rajasingham for their detailed briefings and also for their effort to alleviate the suffering of the Syrian people. The A3+ is concerned about the lack of progress in arriving at a political solution to the Syrian crisis. We believe that Resolution 2254 should form the basis of any political solution and emphasize that this can only be achieved through a Syrian-led and a Syrian-owned process under the auspices of the United Nations. We regret that after 13 years of this devastating crisis, the relevant parties are still not in a position to end the stalemate and the suffering of the Syrian people, even as their living conditions continue to deteriorate, including for Syrian refugees abroad. This uncomfortable stalemate and increasing regional tension risk impeding all progress made to date and can lead to total collapse. Amidst regional escalation, it is crucial to increase effort along the political track. It is also crucial for the international community to work toward a viable solution to ensure Syria's unity, Syria's sovereignty, and Syria's territorial integrity. The A3+ wishes to emphasize the following key point. First, we strongly urge Syrians to put aside their differences, to resume the meeting of the Constitutional Committee under UN facilitation, and engage constructively in the political process for the full implementation of Security Council Resolution 2254. Second, we call for a nationwide ceasefire to maintain calm across Syria and preventing a further escalation of violence, which would further destabilize the already precarious security situation. Third, combating terrorism in Syria is crucial for the stability of the country and of the region as a whole. Coordinating efforts in countering terrorism is vital to achieving this goal. For the Syrian people and for the region to achieve peace, the looming threat of terrorism should be eliminated. Fourth, we call on all countries to respect Syria's sovereignty and territorial integrity and to avoid any action that could worsen tensions. Mr. President, the A3+ has further reason to express grave concern about the humanitarian situation in Syria, which, as Mrs. Roshdi and Mr. Rajasingham have mentioned, remain dire and fragile. The A3+ urges donors to honor their commitment to avoid a humanitarian catastrophe. A staggering 13 million Syrians currently face acute food insecurity. It's 55% of the entire population. There is an urgent need to increase funding for this year's humanitarian response plan, which is currently only 13% funded. We also emphasize the need to explore all humanitarian paths, including cross-lines and cross-border mechanisms, to ensure fully, timely, and unhindered humanitarian access. In this context, we look forward to the Syrian government decision on extending the use of the Bab el-Hawa crossing next month. The A3+ calls for creating appropriate conditions for the safe, voluntary, and dignified return of Syrian refugees and IDPs. To achieve this goal, it is crucial to support early recovery projects in health, education, water, electricity, and housing. In addition, recovering the Syrian economy is vital to improving living conditions and access to essential services. With 17 million people in need, of half of whom are women, Syria cannot rely solely on humanitarian assistance. The A3+ calls for the lifting of unilateral sanctions on Syria in order to give the country a chance for the recovery of its economy and improve the living condition of its people. In conclusion, Mr. President, the A3+ firmly believes that the future of Syrians lies in their hand, and Syria will be rebuilt by the effort of all Syrians. The international community must set aside its diverging interest, must unite, must work together to support a better future for the Syrian people. I thank you.
Thank the representative of Algeria for the statement.